What is going on, YouTubeverse? John Stanek from Johnny Radio here, bringing you another Top 5 on this glorious Top 5 Friday, and I'm so excited to be talking to you about 1997 and my top 5 favorite songs of that year. Extremely hard to whittle down on this one because this was just such an amazing year in music. I know I say that a lot, but this time I really mean it, and I think you'll see why. So let's get started right away at number 5. Gone by U2 off of the album Pop, which is a highly underrated album by this band. And this track especially is such a banger, such a rocker. It reminds me of the Achtung Baby period. And I guess that's why I love it, since Achtung is one of my favorite albums of all time. This just has everything that I love about U2 from that 90s period, starting with that high-pitched guitar by The Edge, that and then the bass by Adam Clayton comes in, and it's like, oh yeah. And Bono just doing his best as a rock star vocalist. And yeah, you gotta love it. And that's just my number 5. So now at number 4. Lakini's Juice by Live off of Secret Samadhi. I just talked about this band a few weeks ago. I did my top 5 songs of that band, and this was my second favorite. I mean, it is up there with this band altogether, and man, what an album overall. But this song especially stands out. Just that opening guitar riff, that dun, so heavy and so simple, yet done with such flair. It almost sounds like somebody reloading a shotgun. I think Chad Taylor said that was what he was going for in an interview. And then of course the crazy, weird, nonsensical lyrics by Ed Kowalczyk, but sung with such passion that it makes you like totally buy this just surreal, weird landscape that he's creating in this universe. And it by the time it gets to the end with the buildup of that "Let Me Ride," it's so amazing. And yeah, I had to have it on my list. So that's my number 4. Now at number 3. Not Dark Yet by Bob Dylan off of Time Out of Mind, his big comeback album that won a Grammy Award for really good reason. And this song, I think, is the highlight on that album. Especially, that's saying something because there's like so many great songs on that record, so many bluesy, raw songs, but this one is just one of his greatest ballads of all time. It's very dark and deeply depressing, really. He just keeps saying it's not dark yet, but it's getting there. But it's just so brilliant and heartfelt. And I think the production by Daniel Lanois really helps like give these instruments room to breathe, because it's a very simplistic overall musical accompaniment, but it's just done in such a way that's like, I don't know, it transcends anything Dylan had done in quite some time. And I think it was a turn for him to where shortly after, I mean, he was on a roll in the late 90s, early 2000s, but this is, I think, the best song on that record. So that's my number 3. And now at number 2, The Tourist from Radiohead's OK Computer. You know, I could have put like every song from that album on my top 5. That would have been cheating, of course, because I like to spread the wealth. So many great songs off that album. Karma Police, Paranoid Android. The list goes on and on, but The Tourist is the one that really, to me, especially the first time hearing that album, which was way over my head at the time, it wasn't until I got to the end of this album and The Tourist like really made me realize what this record was trying to say. Especially, he's not, he's making it very black and white there on the chorus. Hey man, slow down, idiot, slow down. And what a great message that we still need to hear to this day. I think OK Computer was so far ahead of its time, not just musically, but lyrically, in the themes that it was trying to warn us about. The future of technology becoming, isolating us as human beings. And look where we are now, guys. And man, The Tourist, though, is such a powerful song. such an amazing album closer that works as kind of, for me, it just, again, made me realize what the album was all about, but also as a standalone song, it is just so powerful. The guitar playing by Jonny Greenwood, Thom Yorke's vocal, like it's soaring to the heights of Freddie Mercury level. Like his vocals on this album were just incredible. And yeah, only at my number 2. So now at number 1, Bittersweet Symphony by The Verve. Had to have this as my number 1. It is one of my favorite songs of all time. I think one of the greatest album openers of really another one of the greatest albums of that decade, Urban Hymns. Such an incredible album. And I think The Verve, it's the best thing they ever did. And man, it really is a bittersweet story behind this song, how they used the sample from the Rolling Stones and ended up getting sued to the point where they made no money off of this song, sadly, which it's kind of sad, but also funny. But at the same time, it's like one of the best sampling decisions ever put to music. Just that string section is just incredible, mixed with those big drums with the double snare hit. Nick McCabe's awesome guitar playing over it, and of course Richard Ashcroft, just amazing vocalists, and the lyrics are really what I think make this universal. I used to play this just acoustic in a bluesier way. Of course, it's only 3 chords, the song, but it's so simple, but it's so poignant, and I think it really stands the test of time no matter what, if it has strings behind it or not. But of course, the album version of this is just timeless. It is magnificent. And yeah, how can it not be on your list? So let me know in the top 5, or I'm sorry, in the comments below, what your top 5 would be. If you're so bold, leave me a top 10. Again, if I could have, I would have put more Radiohead, would have put more of The Verve as well. I mean, just such a great album that was. And guys, we got top 5s every Friday, album reviews, top 100s, and even more countdowns. So be sure to like, subscribe, all that jazz. Thank you for watching. And as always, Viva La Vinyl. So guys, thanks so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and be sure to ring the bell for notifications so you can always see great quality content like you're seeing on the screen right now. Thank you so much for supporting Johnny Radio, and I'll see you soon.